It's gonna be, or it is May. How
Wake
how are
up,
you
wake
guys
up,
doing this
wake
morning?
up. It's the first of the
Better than I
month.
deserve.
Blessed and highly favored.
Nice, nice. So it is season 2, episode 28. Guys, I want to reflect on yesterday. Like, I just want to hear how excitable and how much stress you guys actually had trying to get the pod up and running. I got to review it and, get it posted. It looked like you guys had a lot of fun, though.
Um, I was gonna say after like our first after take one, we were rolling.
False.
After take
Your
one,
second take, you were trying to figure out how to get Instagram going, and you were just telling the world about all the struggles of it and like
gotta
behind
be
the scenes acts. It's cool that you did that, in my opinion, only because I want people that people don't understand what it takes.
nah,
But
yeah. And I know me and you have talked about starting the podcast personally for me. So that was kind of I don't want to say difficult, but
an
I just
aha moment.
yeah, it was just it's not hard. It's just if you do it a couple of times, it's definitely going to become easier, 100%.
Sure.
Like I just had to remember everything step by step, and I did that. I did it right. The problem was, I'll be honest, I couldn't get the Instagram back again.
Right. You have to reset it because the
Yeah,
code changes.
yeah. So I couldn't get it back again, and I didn't. So I just said, you know what? Nobody's on Instagram anyway. But sorry to the Instagram viewers yesterday. I never meant to neglect you. I hope you don't feel neglected. We still love you guys out there.
I meant to neglect you.
Sean, what was your experience like on that?
Another day in the office, man.
Just another day.
Yeah. I was gonna get like annoyed and mad and maybe throw the thing out the
Dude,
the
I mean,
window.
this thing,
Yeah.
the mixer.
Yeah.
Oh, I figured it'd just be like a camera, which would be okay. But
Yeah. Or throw myself out there.
oh,
See,
yeah.
And then I'd have to go live on the pod. Hey, Sean just threw like with the echo and everything. Sean just threw himself
You,
out
all
the
of a
window.
sudden you hear,
You just hear like show must go on. So we're gonna.
he'll be all right with
we
fascial tissue.
actually did kill off a character. Well, he killed off him. No. I guess you're supposed to say unalive these days, which is
Unalive.
the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I
in
don't
my
know.
life.
It's all the filters out there these days. You know?
So do we call them non woke? If that's the thing, are they non woke? If they're unalive, they're non woke. They didn't wake up. So like
I would never
Unwoken.
associate woke and
unalive.
unalive together
Oh,
Well, actually, the whole reason you got to say unalive is
because
because
of
of
the
the
woke.
woke people.
yeah.
I,
Like,
I gotcha.
Or
Sensitive.
censor anything you say, which is
thank you for picking up on the slack right there, Sean. I
Really?
appreciate it.
Well, I knew what you were talking about. I just
Okay.
want to argue it.
Okay, and see, I'm here for it.
Yeah. So,
I'm here for it.
but anyways, today's like a Christmas day for the mail.
Oh yeah. Oh,
We
they do
have,
come today.
They
big
do.
wood.
We have some good wood coming today.
Some good hardwood.
I was telling Sean earlier that it's fun and exciting to see like a design that you've worked on come to life. We all like, if you're like with the apparel side of things, when you design a jersey, it looks pretty flat on a like on a picture, and then when it shows up, it's just like, wow,
Dang.
yeah, like, oh, okay.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Like my time. was
So,
worth.
so I'm super excited to see what the designs we put together for Zinger actually looks like in person, because their pictures look sick.
The videos look sick.
Yeah, and so those are supposed to arrive today. 120 pounds worth of wood,
So
hard maple.
can you kind of tell the people how many bats are going per team?
So it's like, I believe it's 5 bats per team plus a fungo
Plus-
for each coach, and most of the coaches were able to design their own fungo, whoever's getting them.
Okay, so
So, for instance, Wellington, Cam designed his bat, his fungo, and Cole for the Moose designed his. Chartrand for the Rangers designed his. We'll see all of those today, and then the most exciting point for me is seeing the Chick-fil-A bat in person, and that's just because it's it's a different theme than what we've done in the past, and I pray it looks super clean, and it's just everything that I've imagined. I mean, I see the pictures, but you know what I mean.
yeah, they're nice. The bats are really nice. Sean, how do you feel about how does the Valley Center really go about using those
They're
team
the
sponsored bats?
How do
they.
we go about using them?
Yeah.
Oh, we pick them up and we swing them like baseballs.
I love that response.
Yeah,
Where
that-
you just pick them up and swing.
So yeah, just pick them
But-
up and no, but
Valley Centers is the only one that has a color fade.
It's pretty sweet.
So that's another exciting point for
Yeah.
me. Instead of seeing like this color here, it's a good color fade.
The,
So
the top two are obviously Valley Center's number one, naturally. I think the Moose bat looks really clean.
with I believe it's the whitewash into a black handle or whatnot. I'm not necessarily sure.
Heat
Oh,
H.
that's like in football. That's take a picture and
That would
catch.
be
That'd be an H. You rock with this.
This is just the U, man.
No,
It's
no,
just
no, no.
H.
No.
The little H.
I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited to see that. We'll have some
See it.
fun announcements as the Summer Ball Showdown and the KCLB have a partnership agreement in place with a company locally. Well, I could say locally, but real close in the Midwest. I don't want to just jump out there and say who it is because we'll have them on the podcast. It'll be something fun. But a couple of their interns and employees have played in the KCLB and the Summer Ball Showdown, so they thought it would be fun to get this new business rolling in our space, and I'm excited about that. It's I have no idea how it's going to work other than how it already works because people already do it. It's just a different app.
Oh, okay. I know. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm locked.
we've had internal discussions.
Yeah,
about it,
yeah. I'm locked. But anyway. So Friday,
Friday,
day before the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Any plans for you this weekend, Dave? Any golf? I know you got a lot of. I know your busy season's happening, so I know you'd be running around like a chicken with your hair cut off. So, what do you got for this weekend, Dave?
I might just find a range tomorrow and swing the clubs.
Mm-hmm.
I got invited to play some flow pitch with you, but I opted out.
Dang.
It's not because of you.
I would hope not.
It's more or less a time commitment that I didn't want to make a 4-hour round trip drive to play 4 games.
Yeah.
You hear him belittling you right now.
But see, the thing
he's
is,
playing all day.
this is the one thing I told Dave. I said, Dave, I didn't ask you anymore because I got to play with you at least once, so I'm good.
Yeah,
That's all. I just like the people who play sports who introduce me or help me. I want to play with them at least once, then I'm good. So
you in a tournament setting, yes.
Yeah, like,
but I played on your.
Yeah, let's not.
You filled in your league. That's different.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
but outside of that, doing all the stuff today, got a couple meetings, and then hopefully just let the week go because it's been a busy week.
Yeah,
it's been crazy.
Hey, I'll be up in the Derby this on Sunday at G Park.
Oh yeah,
Sean,
what you got going on this weekend?
What are you in Derby for?
Oh, on Sunday, slow pitch. Go ahead.
Obviously.
Obviously.
It's just a five times a week thing now.
Low key. The only day,
Just committing to the grind.
but the only day I don't play is like Thursday.
Full on head first dive in.
No, on turf though. It's turf this weekend, so I might.
No, I was speaking metaphorically.
Full on head dive
Like,
into
yeah,
the
you're
softball.
going
Yes,
into
yes.
the softball world.
Yeah, it's not a once a week,
No.
twice a week thing. It's a lifestyle now.
Yeah, last year was once a week, but now it's a lifestyle now.
Yeah.
After he signed that paper, it became a lifestyle.
100%.
He inked the line.
Yeah,
Sold his
I
soul to the
straight up
softball
hand
world.
wrote an agreement.
Yep. I just want everybody to know I am no longer a free agent for the Summer Ball Showdown. I'm sorry to tell you guys, I can
For
play.
now.
Nope, cannot play the Summer Ball Showdown. No day.
I got my lawyers working on it.
Hey, you pulled me out the contract. I'll show you. It's not
Championship Sunday.
It's-
Now just coming out in a Daubers uniform.
It's not that binding. That's what I'm gonna say. The contract's not that binding. I already found loopholes in it, guys. I already found loopholes.
We got our best people on it.
Okay, that's all good. But no, I wanna
They're probably all the same lawyers.
Yeah, probably.
You don't know him.
But nah,
You wouldn't understand.
I think the
It's a
showdown.
secret.
My time in the showdown is done. I really do think it's time for me to hang him up. And when people see this, if this gets clipped, everybody's gonna say, "Yeah, Nash, you're right. Hang him up. Let it go. Close the
Go play
earbuds."
He's like,
slow
but
pitch.
just so you know, I could still ball
I
out.
just want you to know I could
You
still
give me
go-
that bat. I'm still making it to Sunday.
Hey, I'm still gonna find a way to play on Sunday.
Don't worry, my arm's still ready to roll.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
arm's still ready to roll.
Oh, I see.
The
I see
Daubers
you
need-
working out, getting ready to roll.
Dude,
Yeah.
shoulders
Hey.
more mobile than ever. Maybe getting subby. I don't know.
I
We'll
see.
see.
I
We'll
should have
see.
seen Sean down there. The subby. Wow, it was just immaculate. He went
That
down
was the first time I've ever done that off. Well, it's the second time I've ever done that off him. I was just messing around.
and just.
It was all right, you know. I tried to do like a breaking ball out of it. That part needs some work.
This
but
one,
yeah.
you just got to really get low and get
yeah,
around.
yeah. But then I worked with one of my lessons I had worked with for quite a while. He's been taking a break once like fall ball started, and then into spring ball and everything. Because they just had so many practices and stuff. Which he's on the curve now, so he's in here. But his coach flipped him to a lower arm slot now. So he's not like full submarine, you know, but sidearm. He's sidearming now.
A little more whip.
Yeah, and he's got a whippy arm too. He didn't have a lot of command over the top, and once his season started, we couldn't get in enough to keep working on it. So
Sure.
he feels a little bit better. So this is my first lesson with him the other night, working with him sidearm, and he's gross.
It's gross.
Like kudos to the coach. I'm not gonna say his name, but kudos to the coach
For recognizing.
well for trying that out. I wouldn't have done that.
I was gonna
but
ask.
then I got to play with it, and we started work on it, and
Does he have a sweeper?
so I asked him what pitches he throws from it, and he says mainly just the two seam. He said he's been working on a slider though, and I was like, okay, let's work on the
Let's work on
slider.
a slider.
And then I was like, just humor me, throw a four seam out of there too, just for craps and laughs,
Shiz and giggles.
craps and laughs, and he and that looked all right too. But his worked on like the feel for a little bit more command out of that, and see if he could like get something, start hitting the outside part of the plate a little bit more. It's just hard for him to
Finish it.
get to the other side. And then we started working on the slider, and when I had him throw at the 9 square first just so I can kind of talk to him, and then I caught some at the end, and yeah, it's pretty filthy.
I feel like I
No
feel like
cambio.
No changeup, no.
Whoa.
Not yet. Not
I
yet.
feel like I had a disservice to you with all of the baseball equipment that we received because we had catcher's gear from the Neighbors United, and I should have offered it to you, but I was just
Honestly, all I really need back there is some shin guards.
I had those.
I have those.
and maybe a cup, but I don't want
Don't
to put
have
on
a-
a cup, you know. It's just,
Naj has shin guards. He offered them to me to pitch in, and I'm like,
I didn't see in my defense. I didn't know much about slow pitch shin guards. I didn't know there was a difference. Now I know. I would have never offered to him. I was very incompetent in the subject. Ignorant.
he's
ignorant.
green. He's green.
I was ignorant in the subject.
ignorant.
In the subject.
Ignorant.
Sorry, I was ignorant in the subject.
Ignorant.
So I apologize, Dave.
Maybe just bring your shin guards up here so Sean can borrow them. I mean, he's taken some to the ankle before.
Dude, I mean, I have this one lefty. He's
Oh,
talented, but just kind of lacks some pitch to pitch focus. His mind, well, he's 14. Like,
Sure.
he should be better, focus wise. And he's gotten better, a lot better. And he's one of my kind of ride or dies, week in, week out. He's always here, so I appreciate him. And yeah, like normally I'll have him pitch on the screen, then sometimes a catch. Then like the one time for a while there, I was just having him throw to the 9 square because my knee, my right knee, whether I'm just like even if I'm on a bucket, it's like bothering me. Anyway, I go to catch him. Second pitch, spikes it, goes right into my knee.
oh wow.
Partially my fault, but also, and I'm like, nope, not today. Put up the screen. He's like, I'm sorry. I was like, no, it's my fault. Should have known. Because he's starting to get more velo on it too, and he's up over the top. So that thing coming down out of the hand, and then then it hits, and I try to like pick it and turn at the same time, and I just whiffed on it and nailed me right in the knee, and it's still bothering me, like because it hit just like on the inside, where your bruise is on the outside of your leg. It's like the opposite, kind of around the same way, but it does not feel good. And so I did catch that kid Wednesday night, the sidearm. I was a little nervous about that because he has a little bit of giddy up on it.
Oh,
any like.
Well,
substantial drop?
His two seam, sometimes it runs a lot if he doesn't finish it, but then other times it actually does sink real nicely.
That'd be real nice.
Like a nice little, it's not like a huge thing, just a little 4 or 5 inches of
Little-
sink there.
little Tim Hill action.
Oh
from the right side.
yeah. Not quite Tim Hill, not that low, but like, and then that slide, like the 2 seam and the slide are really nice. And then
The tunnel.
yeah, I think it can, and then the 4 seam can, if it gets right, can kind of just like stay up a little bit more, which could be
for that
Yeah.
0-2 fastball.
yeah. And
up.
I just told him that I was like, yeah, don't necessarily need to worry about like implementing the 4 seam right away, but like if you're struggling just a tad bit with command, just like tighten that thing up and rip that 4 seam and see if it could just stay a little straighter
Because
and surprise a kid, and it'd be weird. It's like a get me over fastball kind of,
but it's not. It's
but it's not. Like it's gonna be firm, but
it's a back. Like he's one of those subbies that probably got to pitch backwards kind of thing. Throw the 2 seam, the slider, the 2 seam, the slider.
Then finish that 4 seam high. Like if you get it, because then that's just gonna be when they're just looking low, looking in, looking away,
and then you see the ball coming up, and you're like, wait, is that a ball? Wait, is that? I'm swinging.
I just like he seems like a nightmare for right-handed hitters. That's what it really.
Subbies were. It depends what kind of swing you have, how you're gonna do well against. Subbies.
And if you're gonna be, some like a lot. I think kids that we see maybe at like our level of the like sidearm or sub, like a lot of kids end up like sidearm, which isn't that effective.
Not
You know,
really.
you want to get a little bit lower than that or
You might
drop that thing down.
Yeah.
Sidearm's not super effective because especially if you're facing like a lefty, it's really easy to pick up. And then a righty, I mean, it is a little uncomfortable because it's coming like from your backside.
Yeah, but
Here, but like once you kind of see it once or twice, it's easy to pick up. And then any off speed they have is just nothing.
it's all gonna start behind you.
Yeah,
to
and
be
then
a strike.
Yeah, and then if it starts away, then it's going to keep going away.
Yeah.
So
Well, let's
like if him being a little bit down here more, that's the trouble because then he gets an actual sinker.
and that actually changes the eye level. So
Yeah.
sidearm is like throwing behind you, like that doesn't change the eye level. Like you're just watching the ball come from behind you, and you can see it as it comes towards
Yeah.
you. So
It's uncomfortable maybe for an at bat, but once you kind of see it,
maybe a pitcher too.
yeah, and then you're like, all
Unless
right,
you're like
understand.
my boy who played for Tabor, who was like 92 to 94 from right here. Then
Well,
that
that's
play,
nasty.
that play,
Hey, that's
that
92.
like that plays, and I'm like, okay. Every once in a while you can get away with it, but it's not common.
But yeah, this weekend, to go back to the original question,
I'm happy.
yeah,
Squirrel.
yeah, I got a few lessons today, but after that, heading up to Hutchinson-ish area and gonna do our Glen Park men's retreat up at Kansas Bible Camp. So it'll be it's not like a whole weekend thing. It's just we go up there tonight, hang out, and then tomorrow morning starting early with breakfast, and then it's a lot of breakouts and then sermons and stuff that we're going to go over, and how to be better leaders, how to be better men of the church, and try to lead, and then come out of there a little bit forged and sharpened,
Mm-hmm.
Proverbs 27:17, iron sharpens iron as another man sharpens another man. And so it's what we're looking to do. Luckily, shout out to Coach Pogo for covering Saturday
Shout
classes.
out Coach Pogo. man.
So I can kind of stay there for the full time on Saturday, and then after I get done with that, we usually get like last year we got done at like noon. So I'll pop back over. I don't know if I'll come back here or if I'll go out to Genesis. I have a few kids playing out there. I went out last night and I actually watched. There's one team. One of the Wildcats teams has 3 of my lessons on them. So I went and watched them last night, which we can get into in a little bit because I have some
They were
grievances.
at Genesis.
Sorry, West Urban.
Oh, okay.
That's what I meant to say. But this Saturday, I think I have some guys out playing at Genesis, so I might pop over there because I got tee time at 4 p.m. at Tex.
Oh.
So if you're interested, instead of going to the range, Dave, come out to Tex. I got 3 people reserved, or 2, 3, something like that, for my tee time at 4. I'm gonna play 18. Try to at least, and because I didn't get 18 at Auburn on Wednesday because that was.
Are you walking it?
No, I'm planning on riding
Okay.
for 18. If I go 9, I'll walk, but I don't really plan on walking if I'm doing 18.
I gotcha.
9, if I'm only playing 9, I'm gonna walk, and I feel like I'm pretty locked in because I'm, moving around consistently. But if I'm going 18, I'll definitely ride, because especially on a Saturday, I'll probably grab a beverage or two and enjoy that a little bit and try to keep the edge off. And then Sunday got church, and then probably relax.
Yeah. Got a couple more weeks before it all comes
Yeah,
together. Yeah. I
you
mean,
know, that's why I'm trying to golf as much as I can now, because eventually it'll probably just be like get 9 holes in here on this weekday,
Yeah.
and because the
on a
weekend's
random day.
yeah, the weekend's gonna be tough. And I know like me and Apple have been wanting to golf together for years. It's just like schedules never line because he's got open days, and then I'm
Sure.
doing this during the day. So like we want to go somewhere and golf because he's pretty good, and I could. And we golf at the tournament together on the Daubers team, but it's like they'll go up to Newton or whatever, and I was like, I'd love to, but we got to like set aside a day and a time so I
Yeah.
can set aside that time, because I'm just every Sunday, I'm not thinking of anything else. I'm just like set my
Sure.
schedule
Yeah.
up and
Yeah.
and roll with it, and then if I have an opening, I go there. But yeah, summer's gonna get crazy. I'm gonna try not to go quite as. I was talking to Nosh about this yesterday. We were kind of preliminarily talking about the summer schedule and what that's going to look like, and we wanted to, I think we're going to have a few more coaches in here with some former Parisi athletes and former Parisi coaches coming back home. We'll see. But
Devin.
maybe. I think she was a maybe. But kind of go running through that and trying to map out something. And then I'm just like I'm trying not to go as hard as I did last summer.
Yeah.
I'm blessed. We'll say I'm blessed to be in a position where I don't have to worry about going super crazy and filling my schedule up with all kinds of stuff. But because last summer, I at the end of the summer, as you obviously can relate to, just had to take a breath because it was.
I usually try to do that for like a month.
Basically, sun up to sundown was just constant work, and maybe I had an hour or two potentially each day to work out and have a little time to take a breath. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun, and I'm glad that I had that much work to do, but it's also a lot.
We're pretty blessed to be able to make our own schedule most of the time.
Yeah,
and then when the hustle's real, we're all grinding together and making sure it's there.
And last summer I needed to get after it. And I'm glad I did. And just gonna even this month's been slower. And I've kind of enjoyed it a little bit,
You should.
Plus, I got two Yankee games coming up. I'm going to in
nice.
May.
Yeah.
I got a little crazy a week ago. It's just like, you know what? Texted my brothers like, you guys want to go to Milwaukee for a Yankees game in a few weeks? And one of the brothers was in, so I'm like, all right, let's do it. So I'm going to Milwaukee next weekend.
Cool.
Not this weekend, but next weekend for the Yankees game, and then Memorial Day. Pastor Pete got me, Tim, and his wife April all tickets to the Yankees Royals game on Memorial Day. So I think I'll be home the weekend right before that, because a bunch of my family's in town for Memorial Day, my dad's side, and then on my way back to Kansas on Monday, I'll pop in, we'll hit up the game, and then head back to Wichita that night. So
Nice. I'm actively recruiting some people to help me go through the uniforms, because that is like one thing I despise.
the team uniform.
Yeah, separate them and put them in bags so they're easy to check out and all that good stuff. I talked to Roy yesterday, and he's super excited, saying that all the hats should be here soon after all the fun shipping stuff that has been going down.
Man, Daubers are just going to be the
internationally.
best looking team, man.
Uh,
We got the new hats coming in. We have the bats coming in. Our hats are going to be the best. The bats are going to be the best. We already got the best set of jerseys, man. It's just it's good.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Contending with El Dorado. They've got some clean jerseys.
Well, I think Park City might step up this year with.
I do like those whites for Park City. Those are nice. Wellington's is obviously kind of bottom of the
classy,
barrel.
yeah. Classless.
He almost made him take off his glasses there.
I gotta keep the motion on.
But look. I might not be the biggest fans of the Heat's uniform, but mostly it's just it's the memories intertwined with them.
Oh, for
There's
sure.
respect.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's respect.
Absolutely.
It's a culture, Sean. It's a winning culture.
Okay, actually, I do have a bone to pick with that saying. Not because of the Heat. Winning culture is a real thing, and I
Yes, it is.
totally understand that. No, I'm saying like people who call things culture just to justify what they do within this quote unquote culture.
Okay, I like this discussion. Hold on.
Do you ever think, and I'm not just gonna call out anything, right?
Yeah. No,
But
go
do you
ahead.
ever think that people, if you just think about it for a second, that people call a lot of degeneracy, culture, just to justify the
Degeneracy.
degeneracy?
See, and let me tell you what, I have a problem with that because listen to me. It's not wrong with being a degenerate. Just do that,
Yeah,
but don't
call it what it is.
Don't call it what it is.
Call
Don't
it what it is.
Don't say, "Oh, that's culture now." That's not the culture.
No, dude.
That's not the culture.
Don't call it a culture if it's. I mean, I guess you can call it a culture. It's just not a good culture.
You can call it your culture.
You know, but yeah, they want to. It gets tagged onto things to justify being stupid. That's just stupid, man.
That's just stupid.
You know, and-
justifying bad behavior.
Yeah, it's justifying that and labeling it as a culture. It's just like, well, we just got to fit in, you know, or whatever. And they'll just call it this to like make it seem like a noble cause.
Like, I want to make an example. So my example would be wearing shiesties inside in the summer. Like
Wearing what?
a shiesty, you know, like
Like
the
a ski mask. They're
The
called
ski-
ski masks.
Sorry, sorry.
But the kids call. But no, you're right though. The kids call them
Like, see, that's like
shiesties.
that's
now.
degeneracy, but they call it the culture.
got
'cause they're-
little.
Ski masks?
Yeah,
Who's
Dude.
wearing ski masks inside?
Well, literally, the other one of these players down here were the 13U team. And
Yeah.
a kid wearing a white ski mask on, and it was one of the warmer days.
like with the eyes and
no,
or
not
just-
those ones. Not the regular ski mask. Not regular like the like
the wool, the wool.
He went
You
straight
said
up-
you said
he went
ski
way
mask.
back. He went
you
way
said
back.
ski mask, and I'm like,
No, I have some of those at home.
home.
All those cold days in Iowa, me and my brothers put on our ski masks to cover up our faces in the
Not
cold.
the one-
those are the ones I
Not-
would wear and be like, oh,
No,
Batman.
it's like
Not the one from Fat Albert.
Oh, okay.
No, you'll know what we're talking. It's
The
like
snowboarding ones.
you know the synthetic, you know, the
Yeah.
Under Armour material kind of skull cap, but like a full
Yeah.
Yeah.
full coverage of the face. Like baseball players
Yeah,
wear
yeah.
them when it's cold. And
Football
stuff.
players wear 'em.
Football players wear them in the cold. Basketball. No, I'm just kidding.
Nowadays they do it.
Yeah,
Yes.
they do
Hey,
now.
that's the culture.
Yeah, they
That's the
pull
cul-
up, and it's just like, why is this a thing?
Like, why is it? Because like I'm like, I understand wearing shades inside. I'm not. That's my degenerate thing. Exhibit A. I'm
it
sorry.
doesn't. I've like there's no qualms to that.
But
it's
what-
weird to me because I don't know like
Yeah.
how you see, but like that's
Fair
fine.
enough.
Like,
But we're talking about wearing a shiesty inside when it's hot. You're just
what do
just
you?
a-
So
Really,
Let's-
really,
let's-
I
let's-
assume
let's
this
venture out
is
on-
just a trend situation that
Trend.
somebody's trying to
No.
have a proper
that
drip.
his example is a trend. My thing is more of an like an all encompassing issue with. I don't like you society.
Sure.
Overall issue with society, and his is an example of a trend within that.
culture.
We'll call it culture, yeah, which is, it's yeah, like we said, it's just an excuse for.
So wearing one of these shiesties is like
Should we all wear one tomorrow?
is like
On Monday?
it's some
on
type
Monday.
of trending drip for your outfit.
It's not drip. It's if I'm be honest, it's with the Y ends. the Y-edge.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
It's not-
okay.
it's-
So what do you think? So growing up, ski mask. What do you think about when you think about somebody in a ski mask?
It's cold outside.
Sure.
You want to go play in the
Okay,
snow,
okay.
or
Let-
a robber.
thank you.
That's what.
Turn off the green mind.
Now, fast forward, and certain cultures, we'll call them, have glorified this, and now kids of all ages and
Loki,
races
yes.
and all of that are wearing it just normally now as this trend per se, because this culture has promoted a certain look or a certain mindset, and now because this culture has promoted it, because it's a culture, man, it's cool, kids buy into that.
Just sounds like absolute brain rot and being unoriginal.
It's just stupid.
It's just stupid.
Yeah,
man.
but
Sorry,
you know,
I mean, I
I
have my own opinions on that.
oh
Like,
yeah, no,
because
I
don't-
agree. I agree with you.
I don't
But-
care to be trendy.
As Naj would say,
That's stupid.
it's just stupid, man.
That's just stupid.
Well, yeah. So that you mentioned culture. I was thinking about that the other day because I was watching a video and
When I think of-
somebody mentioned culture about something that's like it's not
A
because
part
like
of a wardrobe?
originally culture was okay. I'm from here. These are
Your
what
cultural traits.
my family does.
Yeah.
This is the kind of food my culture has. This is the kind of customs we have. You know, it's
That's
kind
culture.
or of an ethnic kind of culture. Like
Yeah, that's culture.
and now that's used to just promote. It's to subsects of society to promote this degenerate behavior. But hey, look, by the way, I'm a degenerate as well. And by
So?
degenerate, I mean I'm a sinner. And we're all sinners.
Sure.
And we're all in need of a savior. So I don't say this as some high mighty person. I'm just saying if we want to, you know, be better for our own generation and the next generation coming up, we shouldn't be promoting this behavior. We should be honest and real about, you know, some of the struggles we might face that lead us to behaviors like that. But it's all a sin problem, and we all need a savior for it. And
So
anyway.
is it right to say we all need some type of faith culture?
Well, yeah.
100%.
I mean,
I wouldn't even just use culture because
Just
that would
faith.
I wouldn't because that would
sectionalize which way you want to go. Yeah.
I
We want it all to
just-
come together.
Just need faith in the one and only God on this earth, Jesus Christ. That's it.
You
Oh,
got
I
feel
it.
that.
You
But
got it. You
anyway,
got
so what I was going to
it.
talk about, I went to a game, a baseball game last night.
Mhm.
I kind of, if I do go out, I do try to like be a little bit more incognitus.
I feel that.
Just not because I don't want to talk to people. I love talking to the parents and all that stuff. I just don't want the kids to know I'm there in case they get,
Nervous?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But when it was the big
how you
field.
see
It
me
was
out
the
there.
big field at West Urban, you know, that they were playing on.
The one in the back?
Not all the way back. The one closest to 13th
Oh,
Street.
love.
I think so.
The other one on the
Facing 13 or
Facing 235. But
So-
right next to 13th Street.
Collison.
Sure.
I mean, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
The
the
field
one
that
they got,
faces
not the one that faces
northeast. The field that faces northeast is the biggest field they have at West Urban. So you're talking about the one right. There's that
the one
gas
that like faces the
station.
zoo.
Yeah.
and across the street from
Yeah.
the guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Like you go into that parking lot on 13th Street and you
Mhm.
take the right. Anyway,
Yes.
you when you walk up to that field, it's. I mean, I could have stayed like back in the parking lot to watch it, but I wanted to get a little bit closer, I guess. So it's just hard to stay incognito. So then, like, Weston's dad came up to me, he said hi. He's like, "Oh, I gotta tell Weston you're here." I'm like, "Oh shoot,
Please
Okay.
don't.
Okay, Weston's fine. Like he can handle that." But just the other two kids who I saw there.
Coach.
Well, yeah, and I saw I walked by the dugout. Another one said hi to me, and I said hi, and then I was hanging out with their parents the rest of the game, just watching it. But you know, they did play a doubleheader. I missed the first game, which they lost by 1. They said that was a better game to go to because the next game they lost 12-1. So I won't say which team this is in case this just gets out, but they bat 14 dudes in the lineup
Mm-hmm.
at 13U.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a participation trophy.
So that's issue number one. And I've been talking to them about that already. So I was prepared to see that in action. And that was that's disappointing to me because, you know, if you only get one at bat a game, you're going to put all the, especially these kids, they're going to put all the pressure on themselves, you know, to do well in that one at bat. And that's kind of tough for a kid who, like, this isn't some elite team or anything. Like, they're just trying to develop and learn the game. But there's definitely a lack, and we've talked about it before, a lack of development at that, in that realm. And then the next thing was there's some balls hit to the outfield by the other team, and there was nobody telling the outfielders and the cuts where to go with the ball. So there was no urgency to get the ball in and where to get it at. So the catcher was dead silent the whole time watching the play happen. The coaches weren't saying anything either. And there was multiple times on the base paths, not saying they would have gotten the out, but they had a chance to get another out because that team was trying to take an extra base. And when the cuts, whether it's shortstop or second base, caught it, just kind of turned around and either jogged or walked in because there was no urgency to get the ball in. So they gave up extra base. There was one play. There's a guy on third, one out in the inning. Kid hits a fly ball, not deep right field, you know, pretty normal. Like the didn't move very much. The kid on third didn't even tag up. So he got off the bag. I was watching, and then the coach was like, tag up, you know. And so he didn't, like, get back to the base until the ball was caught.
Okay.
But nobody said anything. So then the outfielder just kind of tossed it back into second base. And I was like, dude, if the catcher or anybody was paying attention, should have been like, cut four, or throw it to four. You could have just airmailed it too. But cut four, because they could have thrown it to the cut, made two good throws, because one throw is not going to be accurate, but two good throws to home plate and had a chance to get that runner out because he didn't tag right away. Like, he didn't get to the back to the bag soon enough because he forgot to tag, you know. And then the kid scores with no throw or no, like it was a slow throw into second, and the guy was turning around. He still wasn't at home yet. And I was like, what are we doing? You know, and multiple times that inning where, you know, they could have at least had some extra outs on the base pass. Every time they went to tag somebody, there's a lot of, like, tag. There's a couple plays at home because, like, pass balls, and it was a short backstop. So the ball would bounce back to the catcher, and he actually had a chance to go tag him. And then, like, a couple plays at third where they tagged him with just the glove when it was like you had plenty of time to tag him. Like, catching it and tagging with just the glove, yeah, like, quick tag, you got to do with one hand. When you have plenty of time to go and, like, tag him, put the other hand on the glove to tag him, because multiple times I went to tag him one hand, the ball came right out. At second base one time, too. So there was 3 times that happened when they tagged a runner and the ball came right out.
No ball.
Look, if that happens one time, I understand, you know.
That happens 2 times.
Coaches, you got to step up and say, hey, if you have that much time to run and tag them, like if it's one of those plays, like you're not just at the base catch and tag, right? Put another hand on there, reach out, and first of all, tag their feet. Quit trying to tag them at the shoulder, because they tried to do that at home. Almost was safe. Like, he might have been safe, but the umpire called him out, which is fair. And then the one at third, if he would have just tagged him at the feet with both hands, no, he tries to tag him up high. The kid slides, takes him out, and then he drops the ball because he was tagging with one hand because he tried to tag him high. I'm like, oh, my goodness. And then the last thing that I was thinking of, so the first pitcher throws, he definitely has potential. He was throwing okay, you know. Plays were close to being made, but they just weren't made. Some of them errors, some of them just, like, you know, just
Learning opportunity.
yeah. And he was, for the most part, battling and throwing strikes, and I think he had a curveball kind of, but second pitcher who came in, I had seen him running around earlier. I swear I thought he was the bat boy. There's a different jersey on.
Being a goofball?
No, he's just tiny.
He's the ringer.
Oh, okay.
He's the ringer.
So he comes in, stands on the mound, about 4 foot nothing. And I was like, what's going on here? They're like, oh, he plays for this team up in Hutch, and then he also guest plays for like 3 other teams. I was like, how old is he? 6th grader. All these guys are 8th graders and stuff. I'm like, okay. Kid's all right. He's chucking it in there. He's got a curveball that he threw 75% of the time.
Right.
Got a lot of pop-ups. Like, he did well. But that bothered me. And then he also batted. So we already have 13 dudes in the batting order. And then now you have this guest player who I'm assuming did not pay the team fees playing also and batting. Even though he's batting last, that's one more at bat he's taken away from somebody else. And he also pitched the most innings out of anybody. He threw 2 innings when everybody else only threw 1. I guarantee he's not paying because he's guest playing, But maybe he is. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Maybe they needed him to eat the innings so their arms don't get hurt for the weekend.
Whatever. That's stupid. That's on the coaching staff for not getting more people ready to throw too. Like there's plenty of people who can you can just teach to throw. It's not that crazy difficult when you got 12 dudes on a team. You only have a couple pitchers, and then so look. This is another. We've talked about this before, but you're playing club ball and you're paying thousands of dollars for coaches who aren't going to make your kids better. Who are and I understand. I'm not necessarily faulting the coaches for it because they need somebody to coach the team. So it ends up being dads or uncles or grandpas or whatever. And it's not like these organizations who charge out the butt for a team fee will even come close to compensating good coaches enough to justify these good coaches for putting their time into these teams. So it does end up, because of that situation, being you're paying parents to coach. You're paying these thousands of dollars to have parents coach your team
or you just don't let those parents pay. But I agree. I think this is how if I ran an organization, this is what I would do. We'll say based out of Wichita, for example, because that's where we are. I would go and get every senior college baseball player I could find, or everyone that just graduated, and offer every last one of them a job to come and coach all those teams. Because number one, they're in a spot where they want to stay close to baseball. Mm-hmm. They want to give back to the game. At least 70% of them do. So, and that gives you a lot of experience. And you could do 2 at a time, 2 roommates who've known each other, infielder, outfielder, pitcher, catcher. Like they can all figure it out. And I feel like that's what a lot of these.
That's what these clubs need to be chasing after.
Yeah,
is dudes in the position, or even like guys still in college too,
yeah.
who want to, that's a good point, because if you have somebody who's played at a high level, doesn't matter if it's NAIA, D3, D2,
JUCO,
D1, JUCO,
whatever.
That's really valuable for these kids, because now whether you played 1 year, whether you played a semester, whether you just went there, and were a part of the team, you have knowledge that most people do not have, and you have experiences that most people do not have, and and kids around here too, like you said, like they've been through this club scene already, and they probably have an idea of what worked for them, how they were coached, and everything like that. So yeah, instead of, posting a job opportunity online, and seeing and not getting any response out of it, and then having to ask a parent to do it, go and meet with some of these colleges around here and meet with the teams and be like, here's the schedule. If you're looking for, a kind of part-time job, really busy in the summer and kind of spring, be tough for like players who are in season and stuff to do it at least like more than an assistant. They might be able to do like an assistant gig in
For
the
sure.
spring, but like once they get into the summer, they can
Yeah,
do
but
it. And then, but yeah, like contact kids who just graduate, contact kids or contact the coaches or college coaches around here, and see if they have any kids who just like maybe quit baseball or just have a few kids in mind that could be able to do something like that, and try to set up the kids who are and the parents who are paying you thousands of dollars for a registration fee, which I assume I was trying to break this down in my head last night. And it's like, I'm assuming most of the team fee goes to tournament fees,
tournaments. Yeah.
you know, because a lot of these club teams, not all these club teams go to, Oklahoma City or Arkansas or wherever else, or Kansas City even. Most of these club teams stay Genesis, West Urban, or maybe they go out to Pratt or
Hodge,
something. Yeah.
those ones.
Where like, so travel fees and none of that is like included. I'm assuming it's just uniforms, coaching fee, coach's pay, and then tournament fees and
Yeah.
stuff, and then league fees, like you pay West Urban to be in their league and everything, which I understand. I'm sure Genesis tournament fees are probably
They're not that bad.
not that bad.
No,
All right, so
especially for like, and my boys play high school, so and those are the high school ones will be more expensive than the younger ones, and they're not that bad. Scott
Yeah.
Martin does a really good job over there of making it affordable for everybody.
that's
'cause
good. So that's what I was just wondering. It's like, why, like, if you have 13, 14 dudes on a team, I was just trying to like do the math in my head. If they're paying a couple $1,000, $3,000 per kid, and then you got that team's budget is $40,000 to $45,000.
Mhm.
Where's all this money going to?
They got bags, helmets, like they make it seem like all the money's up front, but I think the money goes somewhere else.
Yeah.
And I say that because summer ball is not the same anymore. Summer ball is not the same anymore. It is where summer ball is now where it's a problem. I don't want to say a popularity contest, but that's 100% what it is. Because now you have elite teams, like elite. It's like basically varsity sports where you have elite teams getting sponsored by these younger teams, these lesser teams, and that's where the extra 5,000 go to send the elite team all the way to Arkansas or to Arizona, California, sending them somewhere. That's kind of what those lower teams do with the rest of their budget. It's just more of they hold these teams tight so they can let other teams free. So, and that's kind of the problem I have with summer ball nowadays. It's just like it's turning into a popularity contest, turning into like I don't want to say a style show, but I can't even tell you what to call it. But it's not like there's no enemies anymore around here. Like when I came up in the Wichita summer ball scene, sluggers right there, I couldn't stand them. I couldn't stand sluggers. 316, I barely was like okay with like.
Yeah.
There was like you
He's
showed up
like-
to the park and I'm like, oh, we're playing sluggers today. Oh, let's beat the brakes off. Oh, we're playing but hey, what's up, bro? La, la, la. Like I'm not saying there's not times we didn't do that, but we also knew like between the lines, bro. If we're not wearing the same uniform, you're not with me. And that's the thing. A lot of these kids have too much. They don't have no salve. That's what they call it back
A
then.
lot of these kids know each other because they're all on the same team at one point.
You're right.
And then they hop to a different team the next year and hop to another team the next year. And I get it. Like, if a coach stops coaching and you like that coach, then yeah, I want to move organizations. Or if that organization, got hiked up in price, you want to move to another organization. Or if that organization disbanded that certain age of team, then you got to move to another organization. Like I understand that. I get that. Or if just like you didn't get along with a coach and, maybe you didn't get much playing time. I understand that a little bit. You want to play. So want to find a place where you can actually get on the field. So like I get like parents trying different organizations because I appreciate loyalty, but if the organization's not showing any loyalty to you, then I kind of understand where you'd want to go try and find somewhere else where it works out a little bit better. But the thing is, the grass isn't necessarily greener because you'll go somewhere else expecting one thing and ends up being the same thing and same kind of deal. And then you're like, well, here we go. in for another ride this year. And it's like that's a struggle with just the construct of it all, where if you had, you know, like a good rec program where, okay, these are the designated areas and addresses and everything. This is this area's rec team. This is this area's rec team. This area's rec
Give
team.
it a district.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's that. It's not like uniforms aren't like nothing crazy. You're just going out there, you're playing ball. You have your area, you're playing with who's in your area. And then like that can kind of help feed into high school and everything
Yeah.
as you get there. And I think middle schools should have their own baseball teams and play other
100%.
middle schools.
So they used to do some of that stuff, and then when open enrollment came, it kind of just went.
They're just like,
But
why?
but they don't do that within travel ball anymore.
Yeah, and then if you want, like, if you have a good structure there, then the club ball scene can be an opportunity for you to go to as well. But right now, the club ball scene is like the only thing this is the only option. So you gotta have to deal with the cards you're dealt. And
I think for middle school baseball, I think it's hard. I think for them, I want to say it's more of a coaching problem. I don't think they have enough coaches. But mind you, there's a lot of schools out there who have 5+ coaches with one team who can bump down. Like, if you have 4 varsity coaches, you can bump one down. You need 3 coaches at the most. You can bump one down and bump one all the way to middle school. And honestly, put your best coach in middle school. Like, that's what you should do. Put your best coach in middle school.
or at least create some sort of like, okay, if we have, so every year the high school is going to hire, if you have 4 or 5 coaches, like you're saying, have 3 of them to have a responsibility for that area, that middle school in the area,
100%.
or if you have a couple middle schools in your area, and then they can kind of rotate through that. They don't necessarily like, obviously everybody's got their own schedules. Like, so you maybe don't want to put that all on one guy, but like you can, if he also still has responsibility with the high school, but you can kind of rotate through that, and then you get the same system implemented into like the head coach's vision. You get the same system implemented into that middle school in the area, and then those kids are kind of getting at least some sort of consistency and some sort of system that they can get used to before they get to college, before they get to high school, to where they can hit the ground running a little bit more freshman year, as opposed to like, okay, I just came from this completely different vision and this completely different view of baseball on my club ball team, and now I'm going into high school, and it's actually like, oh, I got to earn my spot here. I actually got to buy into this team's vision and this team's mission, and then I don't like it. It's too hard. I'm gonna go open and roll somewhere else. Like, you create that culture of hopping around in club ball and travel ball, whatever. It's obviously bled right into high school as well.
Well, and life choices too, because commitment issues.
Yeah, and then it goes that way into the job force. So, put 6 months in here. They haven't given me a raise yet. It's not great. I'm leaving. And that is very prevalent in the workforce as well.
Yeah,
my father can attest to that.
I think we all can at some point in life. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. It just sounds like there's we have I don't want to say a coaching problem, but an educational side of the baseball, coaching appropriately and all of those things just kind of seem.
And to dumb it down even more, I feel like there's nobody teaching the fundamentals. Like me, Sean, and Tommy, we're probably one of the few coaches around here who really still coach the basic fundamentals of baseball. And I'm not talking backhands. I'm talking right foot, left foot, glove down, put glove on ball, right foot, left foot throw, step, load, swing. Like, I'm talking like basics of the basics. And that's what a lot of these kids don't have, because every kid wants, like for catches, as soon as they start catching, 1 knee down, let's go. 1 knee down, let's go. But you don't even know how to catch the ball on 2 feet. How are you going to catch it on 1? And that's my thing. pitchers want to start mixing up timing and start throwing curveballs and sliders and all this, but you can't even throw your fastball for a strike. I was down there giving a lesson the other day, and Tommy was down there, per usual, and Tommy was giving a lesson. He was pitching with somebody on the closer mound, and the curve guys throwing on the further mound. One of the kids said, "Oh, I want to throw two fastballs. Let's go cutter, and then we're gonna go 3 sliders." And Tommy's like, "Huh?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Tommy, you heard that right. You heard that right." Tommy's like, "You heard me?" I was like, "Yep, I did." I said, "Yep, you heard that right." Because what are we doing at 13 years old, throwing a cutter and a slider? I promise you, when I grew up and when Sean grew up, even for sure when you grew up, the only things you could throw was a fastball and a changeup. That's the only thing you needed. Now nobody wants a curveball. They want to throw splitters, sliders, splinkers, everything else besides the fastball and the changeup. That's the 2 pitches you need to get going as a pitcher in baseball, is a fastball and a changeup. Everything else, if you could throw those 2 effectively, you'll be fine. Ask Greg Maddux.
Oh yeah, good guy to ask.
Exactly.
Love that.
Yeah, that's a really good point. What makes more sense for you, Naj, to have like an organization reach out to you and say, "Hey, we'll pay you a couple $1,000s per year to coach this team, a lot of weeknights in the spring, a lot of weekends in the summer, and then a couple weeknights for practice in the fall, a few more games in the fall, year-round thing."
Yeah.
Here's a couple $1,000s. Or you can find a place like this and do lessons for however much money an hour. What makes more sense?
I do both. So
I know, but
I don't.
your situation's a little bit different.
Also
but,
very true, but
what makes more sense to like a good baseball coach who cares about players developing and getting better? What makes more sense?
The lessons definitely make more sense.
So like you have good coaches out there for sure, but if I can put in 15 to 20 hours a week and make in a month or two what you're going to pay me in a year to coach a team of kids, and we see them come in here every night, and we're like, holy crap, that'd be a lot to handle, not that they're bad kids, it's just young boys who are together who are gonna be up to no good a lot of times, but like, and it's like
the leadership trickles down.
That's the trouble, like, because the really good coaches in this area are probably either doing individual lessons or they're doing they want to be working with older kids, which I think is kind of a tragedy. I understand. Like, I totally get the appeal of wanting to work with a high schooler with potential that you can kind of hone, and it makes you feel good as a coach. Don't get me wrong, it makes you feel good as a coach. And then they can go sign somewhere, and you can go to their signing and take a picture with them and put your name on them, and you can help send them off to college. I get that. That's awesome. And I'm glad that they can help them out. But when we're abandoning a whole generation of baseball players coming up who are being taught to play the wrong way and can get so many different advices, and the people who are giving them advice don't really know exactly what they're saying. It's just empty words. That's what breaks my heart is a little bit, is like, and that's why I will take anyone in a lesson. I don't care if you are the worst baseball player. I don't care if you can't focus for 30 minutes. We're going to work on that. I don't care if you can't swing a bat. I don't care if you can't throw the ball straight. We're going to work on it because I want you to be successful at this incredibly frustrating sport that I love.
The right way.
And the right way. And then I want you to try and play the game the right way as well, and not get sucked into the vacuum of this me mentality baseball that everybody plays now, and then when you abandon that kind of youth piece, when you are like, well, I want to spend my time working with high schoolers. I don't want to work with any lower level guys. That just shows that you don't have the depth, the patience, and that shows you probably are very insecure about your coaching because you can't actually teach the game to somebody who doesn't know how to play. You'd rather work with somebody who knows how to play the game already, and then you can just kind of put a little imprint here, put a little bit imprint here, because you know that they're going somewhere and you just want to ride along. Okay. And I know that's not everybody out there, but there's people like that. And it's like, if you can't sit there and coach an 8-year-old or a 7-year-old who doesn't know his right from his left foot, because I don't know my right from my left foot sometimes, but you don't know, you can't coach them to hit a ball off a tee or hit a ball off front toss or hit a ball off overhand eventually, then maybe you aren't that good of a coach. Okay. And, but with the good coaching, like, they're going to be more drawn to the lessons. They're going to be more drawn to the individualized thing because it's
Less stress.
it's less stress and it's more money for your time.
Mm.
And so that's why, like, I'll definitely give these dad coaches and whatever else a little bit of a break, because it's just the nature of the beast. Their nights are free because they work their jobs during the day, so they can do their practices and their games at night. And I understand, like, and they do the best they can. They want to see their kid succeed. So they want to work with their kid and make sure he gets the opportunities he deserves or they feel he deserves. And so I totally understand, but, and it's just the nature of the beast that it has to, a lot of times in this club ball scene, whatever, still end up being dad's coaching than anything else.
Okay, so my question to you after you said that good rant about the age thing, do you feel like it's wrong to only want to coach a team of high schoolers and still give lessons to everyone?
No, I don't think that's wrong at all.
Okay,
I still don't necessarily think it's wrong to. I think people who reach a certain level, of talent, I guess, or in baseball, maybe only I want to work with older dudes in general, which I understand. Like, I get that. You don't want to spend time stressing out with young kids. But no, I don't think there's anything wrong. Like, if you don't want to coach an 8U team, I don't blame you.
Yeah, like, I'm not.
But you should be able to have the patience to work 30 minutes with one 8-year-old.
And that's my thing. Like,
Yeah, like,
I get it.
and you should be able to teach him how to play the game and how to swing a bat. And
I've learned. I couldn't.
And a lot of times, like, it's not like when they're that young too, it's not even really a mechanics thing either. It's just about them getting the feel for it.
Yeah, it's letting them know they have the ability to do it.
Yeah. And,
'Cause
just having them hit a baseball over and over again.
I promise you, like, my first lesson, Mace, listen to me. The strides he's made in the time and when I've seen him is insane. And that's like, he's probably one of my first lessons I've ever done as a 7-year-old, like as a younger kid. And at first I was kind of nervous because I'm like, do I know how to break it down for somebody to understand? And because that was my thing, like, I have knowledge, but can I break it down for somebody who doesn't have what I have to understand? And I feel like talking to Tommy, even Sheldon, even Dave a little bit, like, kind of helps me understand how to break things down and try to get it down to the basic level. Because that was my thing when I first started with these lessons. It was just hard to make it simple for kids. Like, I didn't know how to simplify a lot of things, but as we go on, as we work week to week, I've definitely gotten a lot better between Mason and Hayes. Those two are doing great. Shout out to my 2 lessons, love those. Got a lot of love for those guys, man. Hayes stressed me out the other day, but I know he just wants to have fun and be great, and that's what I love. I love kids who want to have fun playing baseball, love the game, and just find an outlet, because that's what it was for me. Baseball was my outlet to get out of the house on a Saturday. Sean did it in his front yard. I actually went somewhere and talked to people.
I mean, I didn't have the means of transportation to get there, but that's fine.
Oh, hey, all you got to do is
Hitchhike.
all you got to do is hitchhike, bruh.
Oh, yeah.
Hitchhike to the ballpark.
Mhm.
But, nah. That's it, man. Dave.
We're
wrapping up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need to wrap this up. We're like at an hour 4.
Yeah, Sheldon needs to go get. Oh no,
Oh, yep. But
Sheldon's living
where's
it up.
Did we kill off this character or what?
No,
Nah,
he's just
no, he's missing for a few episodes.
am I?
living it up and
living
Yeah.
it up.
eastbound and down.
Remember, it's the first of the month.
It is May 1st.
It's also
right.
it's Friday night.
So recap all this fun stuff. Coaching is a problem.
Coaching is not a problem. It's just
them
to-
having the education and understanding of how to connect with the kids to give them a proper outlet on top of helping them make better decisions on the field.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and tell
Did
them
you
not
punch
to
that
be.
into AI?
Yeah, and tell them
No,
not,
I'm just sitting here listening and then,
and then tell them not to be soft.
yeah.
Yeah, teach
well,
kid-
yeah.
Yeah, hey, yeah,
Teach kids.
teach kids not
to be.
He's
hot-
pointing.
teach kids not to be soft. Tell them stop being soft.
All right. That's our final zoom
Sorry,
in.
Sorry.
That's our final statement of the day.
Yeah,
Who wants to lead us in prayer?
I got it today. Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for health and strength. Thank you for time and opportunity. Thank you for another day that we get to get up. That you blessed us with more air in our lungs. Thank you for that. Thank you for another day we get to walk. Thank you for the clothes on our back, shoes on our feet. Thank you for everything we get to do around here. And I pray that it glorifies you. And if it don't, please forgive us. And we have fallen short. In your son's precious name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Well, that's it for season 2, episode 28. It's going to be May. Anyways, we'll see you guys next time.